I think we are muted.
Good morning.
Good morning from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yay. All right. Happy coffee talk, everybody. Good to have you. Almost didn't make it up.
Yeah.
There's not only 410 completely closed down on the hill up, so I went my normal back way, and there's a semi-jackknifed at that first hard right where the Y is, where you either go to Ording or come down to Sumner. It was going up, and it's jackknife itself there. So traffic is all the way backed up there. So I apologize. No fresh fruit or anything this morning because I was literally stuck and I wouldn't have made it in time. But there's hot coffee and donuts. Donuts are good. Thank you. George said for his birthday this week he wanted nothing healthy. He wanted beer and donuts. So it's for you, birthday boy. And sunk. Well, happy Friday. We're almost nearing the end of Can you believe how fast this year's flying by? Every time I blink, we're already through. I mean, we're over halfway through the year now. So happy 2025. Hopefully we've been really excited. Like there's some real work happening over there, leveling out everything. I've told some of you, but I'll announce it on Coffee Talk because it was verified last Friday. It has been confirmed. They are fast tracking the pickleball courts. So the pickleball courts will be the first thing completed on site. I don't have a date for that completion, but I know that that will be something that you'll start to see happening before you see some of the rest happening. Now, when those are done, at least visually to you, they might look done. That doesn't mean we might be able to occupy them yet because construction still has to make it a safe zone, access to, there's just still stuff going on. So I promise when we have dates and stuff, we will announce it. We'll have a grand opening. We'll probably be playing pickleball in the snow. It will be awesome. They make special snow pickleball. They heat up. They're really cool, battery operated, solar powered. That was a good one, right? Thank you. Well, as we normally start, I always like to talk about the month we are currently in and how it's been going. We just had Kim Alexis here this week. Anybody have anything to say about meeting Kim and the stuff we did with Kim this week? Any highlights? Any lowlights?
She's pretty down to earth.
Well, she wasn't floating. She was standing. She was down to earth.
As we expected.
You're welcome for that. Thank your internal in-house chef. You're very welcome for that.
Excited to meet her. She's been a really big inspiration to me. And I wanted her to continue to do that for other people that are in our trilogy communities and for people who have yet to discover trilogy communities and move there. I think she's been a real inspiration, and just publicly want to say you've been a real inspiration to me too. So I just love the whole focus on wellness and living your best life. And I think having her go around to the communities is a great inspiration to me.
Great. I like that. Inspirational Kim. She likes that too. She was a very fun story. I agree with you because I've only known who she was and maybe was on a call or two with her. So it was my first time meeting her in person. She was great. I really enjoyed her company. We absolutely exhausted her. Like she was nonstop. I mean, what you saw that was only half because she also did a whole thing with the other trilogy as well. We blended a few. Oh yeah, she did fitness classes over there. She did the dinner over there. Yeah, she did a bunch of stuff at that community to go along with stuff in ours and then some blended stuff. So she was 48 hours of whirlwind, but she made it to the airport okay and got on her flight. So she was beaming. She was great. Yeah, really, really cool to have her. What else? Yes. No, she had the cocktail hour after the culinary demo still. She had another 2 hours of entertaining. Then she has a friend that she's known for decades, who now moved to Gig Harbor 7 weeks ago, who drove over from Gig Harbor, met her, and they went and did something. I don't know. And I wasn't her handler, so she was allowed to do adult things on her own.
The mountain family, like the day that, is the day that we went over to the other, to the lodge to dinner, but the mountain hadn't come out, and all of a sudden it came out, and one of the cooks over there running and said, "The mountain's out." So she ran from the table to get it.
She got a lot of pictures on her front of the mountain. Yeah, she wasn't denied the mountain, but I just said it. It was more modest because she was in town, right? It was all about Kim and not about the mountain. So that's all. That's all right. What else? What else was fun in July?
Oh, yes. Games.
Family Feud. She's not on. Big shout out to Janelle Burke, who occupied all of her newly retired time putting together an incredible Family Feud that I just had to step in and MC it. And I know we had a lot of fun. We will confirm through Janelle who would like to do it again. Probably December. We're having a holiday themed Family Feud. It has been requested if there might even be audience allowed, members that don't get to come in and play the game. Here is the thing with it, as much as I would love to, I don't know the space. So give me a chance to crunch if we have, because we were packed with the 20 people who played. So trying to have more people in, and that was one of the biggest spaces we had available to us. So it's not that I don't love the idea, I just don't want to execute it poorly and have people sitting behind a TV going, "I can't see." But yeah, so Family Feud, lots of fun. Thank you for that. Anything else? Walla Walla. We did have a great trip to Walla Walla. Nice enough. Walla Walla was modest for us, right? They kind of tried to tease us coming in at 95, close to 100 degrees, right? But then they said, we'll calm down and chill the weather out for the next couple days. So we had a really good time, had s'mores by a fire in 90-degree weather. How cool is that? Right? Great restaurants. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's all. A lot of you are in from out of state now in your new homes. And so I just wanted to experience, what it was like for your other towns. Anything else? What was that? That's right. Lori and David from the Verterra community went on the Alaska Explore 365 trip. So she went with Paula and some of the members of Trilogy of Tahali and spent a week in Cordova, Alaska. And you kayaked in the ice-infested waters and hiked and fished. And it looked like they had a really good time. I talked to one of the Trilogy of Tahali people, and she put 50 pounds of salmon in her freezer that she had shipped back. Her and her husband got 50 pounds of salmon.
David and I didn't fish, but everybody who went to fish got limits every day. One of the Trilogy members caught 145-pound halibut.
145-pound halibut. If you guys can't hear any of this stuff, please let me know and I will repeat for you. But 145-pound single halibut. Yeah. Right on.
To do it, but we're so glad we just said nope. We're gonna get over that and just do it, and it was so
out of that comfort zone, living that new life. I love it. I heard Shoestring Circus. What a pleasant surprise that was. I'd heard about it from one of the other people at Trilogy of Tahali, Leslie, and I just went and grabbed tickets, not really knowing they'd gone the week before us. Then we got to go. But those of you who didn't get to attend, this is a circus that was formed by 4 friends up in the Bellingham area. It has been running for a little while now, and they only do it during the summer, and they bring in professionals from around the country, the world, to perform in this. And they hit just 4 cities. We were the 3rd of the 4 cities down in Ording there, and it is self-contained. So there was maybe 10 of them. They put the giant circus tent up. They run their concessions. They run the door and usher everybody in. Then they do the performances, and the performances were great, right? Aerialists, clowns, jugglers, contortionists, lots of amazing performances. They run the lights. They run the ropes. Then they intermissioned and served us again. And then they were all standing outside the door to thank us when we were done. I mean, it was an incredible performance. I was really, really impressed by the Shoestring Circus. It will be something I will look for a return next summer as well for those who can attend, and maybe a larger group, because it was super cost effective excursion to go down there to that. So I'm really glad you enjoyed the Shoestring Circus. Anything else? Whitewater rafting. Big shout out to Mike Baum in the audience for getting bucked out of the boat and surviving. That's right. That's right. So it was just this week, Monday, we took a long journey, but a beautiful journey up to New Halem, where we hit the Skagit River, which was actually quite calm. It was mostly a 1, and it had a section, a level 3 section called the Skagitator, as they named it anyways. And Mike waited all the way till the Skagitator to take his swim. He was getting hot. It was crazy. He got bucked right out, but to his credit, the Mike sitting next to him also got bucked out. So it was an M&M. They didn't want to melt in the raft. They melted in the river. It was great. So really good trip, and I got some good feedback from that. I know Joe and Helene were like, let's do a harder one. So we'll look at doing rafting again. Maybe not this year. We're kind of winding into that end of our summer. I know it's still gonna be warm for a minute, but remember, I have to plan these things out a little farther than tomorrow. But we'll definitely repeat a rafting experience for sure. Some got so crazy, they're like, we should do like a whole week rafting, backpacking. That I was like, we're over there yet. Yeah, we'll take a look, and we'll keep doing adventures. So July, pretty fun. Had a good July. Excellent. And we're going into August. I know you all they're up there too, so you know they're coming. You know, sometimes though, I like to just hold back, create tension in the environment. Not use a potty mouth though. I mean, there's really no need for that on a Friday morning, but apparently we do. But they will populate out. It's been a busy time for sure. What I did want to ask you guys is the fitness room. How many of you have still been actively using your fitness room? Good chunk of you. That's good. How many of you are using the checkup? The whole body analysis, find out where you are and all that. How many of you are nervous about using the checkup? Not just because of the number, because you're just not sure you're going to do it right. So I'm going to schedule moving in to September checkup times where I will go in and I will help guide you through your checkup. So if you want help doing it, whether it's your first time, your third time, doesn't matter. If you just want me there to make sure we're doing everything right and helping fix some things. I know some of you get frustrated, like even on the balance one. You're like, yeah, whatever. It's okay. You can hold on to something while you balance. The machine knows. It's not cheating. It's just where you're at right now. So you don't have to think you're failing a test because you can't do it. It knows. I know I helped somebody by just putting my hand out so they could grab, but it sees you bring your hand away from your body and grab onto something. So it will rate you. You don't all of a sudden get you can tell just by the score you get that it knows, because it's not like 99 out of 100 because you're like, oh, I'm holding on to Todd. It still gives you something down there. It says, no, I don't think it judges you wear your shoes or not. Yeah. Cool. So look for that coming up as well as we go into that. Is there any questions besides why aren't all the August events out about our upcoming month? Yes, sir.
One quick question on that assessment. The cardiac part of it, do you have to have an iWatch or a Samsung watch for the blood pressure or heart rate?
That's a great question. So you might have heard that. I turned the volume up, but he asked about doing the cardio test on the checkup. Do you have to have a watch? Actually, a watch won't work for that, but a heart rate strap will. And I have heart rate straps you can check out for me. So they go around your wrist forearm area or your bicep area. They're Bluetooth. You just sync them, and I mean they sync really easy. You hit the button, it blinks, and it syncs right up. And then you can take your cardio test on the machines for that. So I have several. So even if several of you wanted to do it at the same time, you can come check out the strap for me. Is that good, Steve? And just on that note, they are looking to interview some people who've been using the Techno Gym equipment. So a few of you that I actually know that have been using the equipment quite consistently, Carol, Steve, and some of the others, I listed your names and sent them to corporate. So they might reach out to you to ask you some questions about your experience with the Techno Gym, right? Cool. Okay, so again, any questions about the upcoming month of August? Something that maybe you didn't know because you missed last coffee talk and refused to rewatch the video because Todd's obnoxious. Any of that? Or you didn't know how to find the coffee talks? Everybody know how to find the coffee talks? If you didn't make the coffee talk? Yeah. So on your MTL page, on the home page, the main page when you log in, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there'll be a nice little box that says Coffee Talk Live. And if you click on that, the videos are posted from every coffee talk since we've started recording, which was about 4 months ago, I think. And then, but give me a few days. Like today's coffee talk, we'll probably post on Monday or Tuesday because it takes a while for this to take the recording and tell me that it's all set for me. And then I send the link to corporate and then corporate post, but it's Friday. So they usually don't do it till Monday or Tuesday. So, but it will be there. So you can go back and review for dates or questions or things, or people that didn't make it, or, you know, this one you're here, but if you didn't make another one because you just can't be here from 10 to 11 online or not, you can go back and watch the coffee talks and get that information. Again, August, questions. If somebody asks an August question moving forward, Mike has to do 100 push-ups. Excellent, Lori. What is your question? Great question. So there's a new chair fitness class going into next month. You're welcome, but you're only temporarily welcome. What is next month's theme? Anybody know? Anybody look at your calendar and like, it's Focus on Fitness Month. So for Focus on Fitness Month, I added a fitness class for you guys, but it's only for the month. It's not an ongoing class. Last year for Focus on Fitness, we did a bunch of different body part classes. Do you remember that? Those of you here last year, we did stuff for feet and ankle mobility. We did shoulder stuff. We did every week. This one, I'm just going to give you a regular class. You can come and attend for that. That class is at noon because it's right after the stretch classes. Yeah. And she's online. So Judy knows I always hold stretch class back up to the last minute just for Judy. She asks me always to delay the posting of stretch classes. She's like, if you could wait to the very last moment to post stretch, I'd really appreciate that. Right, Judy? What's this mean, Judy? Stretch classes will post. So it'll go stretch at 10, stretch at 11, and then chair fitness at 12. Okay. I will provide in the room some small dumbbells for that class. It's not required for you to use a dumbbell, but we will do some exercises that you can. If you have your own dumbbells that you want that are bigger than the dumbbells I provide, you can bring your own dumbbells. But trust me, you don't want them too big.
But wait,
Honestly. There'll be 1s to 3s. Okay. 1s to 3s. Yeah, nothing too heavy. And if you think you can sneak them out of the fitness room, you can't, because I'll be pillaging those plus some extras. So those won't be there for you. Good. All right. That was a great question about that. So thank you. And it was not moving. We haven't moved beyond. You're good. No push-ups for you. No push-ups. So as soon as we start, Kurt, if you don't want me to release that video once I start September, ask an August question. I know we didn't bring it up, but I'm telling you, there was so many laughs last night. We went line dancing with Buckle and Boot at the Marion Hall Buckley Grange and had a blast. There was so much laughter, so much fun, so much sweat, so much dancing, so much music, right? And I felt really country because they're just serving Coors Light, right? It was just like, yeah, woo.
Or if you want to evolve, guys, even in virtual sing off.
At one point, Suzanne turned to me and she's like, welcome to my world. But it was great, and we will be doing it again. It will come in August as well to redo it. Those that have done both sessions, we have 6 dances now. They haven't yet, but they said they'll be sending a YouTube video. So even if you didn't join the class and you want to know what's going on, I'm going to put the video out there. Not of us. It's not of us. It's a YouTube video of them doing the dances so you can practice. But so if you weren't able to make the class and you want to join the next one and don't want to, because I know we had some new people this session that didn't know the first 3, they picked them up pretty quick. But if you're really intimidated by 6 now, they'll be online. You can practice for the next, month if you'd like to do that. Here's kind of a fun thing, and I hope most of you are on board with this. But Tanya came to me and said on September 13th is to holidays. And at noon, they're down at Discovery Park doing some dance demo thing. And I said, oh, that's the date of our September block party at 1. So maybe you should just come up here afterwards. And I have a gentleman named Aaron Saliba, who's a country music guy, performing that day. And maybe we could all just dance. And she's like, deal. So you need to practice, because come September, those of you who've been doing classes, we're going to show off to the rest of Verterra what we can do. And even if you didn't make classes, you can come out and dance and we'll just have a great time while we're out there. Yeah. So look forward to that as well. All right. It's what you want, what you really, really want. September, right? I see Catherine, so I'm going to do my best to do the day, the month, the minutes, the seconds, the time, the inline of the moon to sun ratios. Star Trek, yes. September. So those of you online, if you do something like raise a hand or something, I can't see it because I had to pull my calendar up. So please just shout out questions to me while I have the calendar up so I can make sure I attend to what you guys ask as well. Mondays in September will be Mondays, so there'll still be the walks in the morning. MTL 101 class will be that afternoon, and then fitness room orientation will be later. Again, remember, if you did a fitness room way back when it was exciting to do it with Todd, and then you haven't used the fitness room, and now you're like, I don't remember anything he said, just come back and do an orientation again. It's okay. It is absolutely 100% okay. Take it 100 times. Take MTL 101 100 times. My best thing is to make you feel comfortable where you live. Feel comfortable using all the things at your disposal to be able to use. So sign up for MTL 101 again if you want to refresh or new questions, or maybe you picked up the front half and you don't remember all that stuff I told you on the back half and you want to learn that again. And same with the fitness room orientation. August question. Oh, dude. I would like to create labor on that day. Physical labor. So on the 1st, we have Walk with Todd. And then we have MTL 101. And then we have fitness room orientation. So though there might be some, also realize like a lot of the holidays that we don't really jump on yet, when we have a clubhouse, it's different. It's not, you're not the workforce, so the work holidays don't necessarily work the same. So I know some of you were like, we're not doing anything on 4th of July. We will do something on 4th of July when we have a clubhouse. Yeah, well, keep rooting. Woohoo. I sat down with Paula yesterday and we were working on like some really cool goal stuff and her goal for me was work-life balance and making sure that I took my time. I was like, well, I'm having fun, don't worry. But yeah. So again, in case you didn't get that, Monday, September 1st, Walk with Todd. That is a partial moon on the silver spectrum of the dial. That's just for Catherine. Tuesday the 2nd will be the first ever new member orientation. This is a standard practice when you have a clubhouse and you bought a home, is you come in and you sit down with somebody within the club. It could be the club manager, it could be the lifestyle director, it could be somebody, and you go through new member orientation. I'm going to do some group ones. So if you feel like you still have a lot of questions about everything going on, this isn't MTL 101. It's not, this is literally new member. It talks a little bit about what Shay is doing for you, what your HOA does for you, what your Blue Star team does for you, and kind of goes through that. It will be an opportunity for you guys to come in and we'll do some group new member orientations. Okay. And then some of you kind of did some stuff with Brianne. It's kind of similar, but a little more detailed from my point of view, less from the Shay point of view. Okay. So look forward for that. We'll have the first one on the 2nd, and that will be after stretch classes because we'll still do stretch classes. Also that evening, it's going to be a busy day. So what I kind of did for work-life balance is why not just pack a whole day of a bunch of stuff so I can take a day off instead of something every single day, right? So we're going to have game night on September 2nd. Game night is undecided. So if you have something exciting, if we want to revisit, like I said, we've done bingo, we've done charades, we've done Pictionary. If it's time to revisit one of those, we can revisit. If it's a new game, remember, when you give me a game idea, it needs to be an interactive group style game, not an inclusive game, right? Because those games, that lady's going to start taking on right there. Next week, we have a game club interest meeting. That's great. 24 people signed up. So that's pretty awesome, right? Yeah. I do too. A lot of the ones you like actually listed. September 3rd will be movie night. And I know it's been a hot July. We did not do movie night in July. We are doing it in August and September and everything moving forward. I've also been stalling because I asked for permission and I think I got it. They're going to put some shading on our windows here. So as we come to movie night, we don't have a ridiculous glare, or our trivia nights when people sitting there can't see the trivia questions on the screen and stuff. So I did kind of stall a little bit, but I think we're moving forward on getting some shading on those.
If you already know the movie, where's that?
I do it for September. August movie night is actually during exploration week. So we're going to explore international films. So there's a list of 10 world-class international films over decades. It spans a lot of time. So you guys can look, see what they are, and then do your vote. If you want to come to movie night, always vote for 2. That helps with tiebreakers on that as well. So those will be posted. But I'm also open. I still have a great list too. So honestly, I do. Let me take that. I'm going to retract my comment. I do have September's themes because it's Joe's theme. Joe submitted me a really long list of awesome movies, and I'm actually going to make those movies the choices for September. So thank you, Joe. It's literally sitting on my desk right now. I've read it like 5 times. Joe, I went through actually and was seeing if any of them were internationals to add to the list. I'm like, I'm just going to make it September. So that's a really good list of movies. I've seen almost all. There's a couple I hadn't. Joe's got great taste, in my opinion, for movies. So. Well, we're having that. Kurt, when's your birthday? January is Napoleon Dynamite night. Kurt's hosting. We're having tater tot casserole and steaks. You're not, because I still have the video. Undecided by place, but where the date we're doing Beginning Heights going to be on the 4th, Thursday the 4th. By the way, the August beginning hike is Chambers Bay. So we're gonna go into Tacoma, down by the Narrows, and hike around Chambers Bay. It's a beautiful open area hike for that. This one's a lot of fun one. We've been talking about this one for a couple months now, but it's coming, and that is the Washington State Fair and rodeo and concert. So if you sign up for this one, you can do all three, or you can do what you want with it. But just understand that if you don't do all three, you're taking away with somebody not at least doing what the ticket was intended for. So the pro rodeo comes to the Washington State Fair, and during one section of the pro rodeo, they actually host concerts after the rodeo. So I got tickets on Saturday the 6th for the fair and the pro rodeo. And then after that is country music star Cooper Miller. What do I know about country music? So I actually reached out to people in the community that listen to country and said, do you know any of these? And Cooper was of the people who are performing, was the one they felt was the best. So I booked Cooper Miller. So you can look up Cooper. I don't know Cooper's music, but your neighbors think Cooper's awesome. So it's one of those ones you will be able to pick up your ticket. So with a ticket for that, it's your fair entrance. So you can go earlier that day and enjoy the fair and go to the pavilions and go see the animals and do all that. And then later will be the rodeo. I think it starts around 7. And as soon as the rodeo's over, they clear a couple things out, and then Cooper comes and rocks the stage. So again, sign up for what you want, but realize if you just are trying to get a fair ticket to go to the fair and then not do the other stuff, why don't you just come ask me? Maybe I'll just buy you a fair ticket. Try to keep these tickets for people that want to do the rodeo and the concert, or one of the two for that. Sunday the 7th, it'll be a long weekend, is actually Grandparents' Day. I will put together some activities for those of you who have grandchildren, and we'll do some fun stuff during the day with grandkids. So look for that coming out. What those activities are yet, not sure. It'll probably be like maybe some fun arts and crafts, and maybe a fun cooking thing where we can do some stuff with the kids, some easy craft stuff. So it'll be a great time to celebrate your grandchildren and yourself as grandparents here at Verterra. So look forward to that. Mondays and Tuesdays are the same. On the 9th, evening of the 9th, Tuesday the 9th, Indavara will be back for Sound Bath again. And then the 10th, Seattle Mariners. I upped the game. We actually have more tickets this time around. I think I got 5 or 6 more tickets, so we'll have a larger group going to the Mariners game. If you haven't been following, they just picked up one of the top first basemen in the league. It looks like the Mariners might actually try to make a push for the playoffs. So they got Josh Naylor from the Diamondbacks yesterday. Super excited about that. So it could be some good fun time for that. That is a Wednesday. Pretty positive that's a day game. So we'll be taking the train to the Mariners game, so we don't have to worry about driving down to the game. You know, I went just this last Monday, I went right after rafting to the Mariners game, and I always park on the same street, the same spot. I don't pay for parking, and I walk like a mile into the game. And I was just watching the price, and they're still selling spots for $60 and $75 for close parking on a Monday night to a game that had a decent crowd, but it wasn't full. So if I can get you there without dealing with the chaos of getting in and out, paying for all that stuff, I will. So we'll focus more on the game and times when we do the game.
Who's the opponent?
St. Louis Cardinals. Did you hear that, Georges? I know you're on the phone. St. Louis Cardinals. So it'll be a great time to watch the Cardinals lose if you're a Cardinals fan. I'm just kidding. But they'll lose. It's not. Yeah, I'm not really kidding. The 13th, I already told you, will be our block party. This is really fun. I hope you're not modest about this, but I want to give a big shout out to Suzanne Meyer, who's here with us in-house today. Suzanne, about every 3 to 4 weeks, gets lost on finding awesomeness in the area. And then I get this email, she goes, this is what I found. And it's links to just really cool stuff around, and some of it's cool and we try to execute it, and some of it's cool and I don't get it executed, but we've already done quite a few things Suzanne's brought to our attention, and one of them we found is there's a Tomb Raider experience now down at the Pier District, which is an interactive escape room. It's a 6-room interactive journey where you actually are having fun with real actors and creating this whole experience. Unlike escape rooms that time you to fail, these escape rooms allow you to be interactive and try, but they won't allow you to fail. You get to continue to move on and succeed on the Tomb Raider journey. But I am going to put together a Tomb Raider experience on most likely Wednesday the 17th. Again, it'll be one where we will probably be able to take the train up to do that. Their first experiences, I believe, start at like 2 or 2:30. So we'll probably take the train up, go have lunch, and then go do the experience and then take the train home. Okay, so look for that. Coming up, that's like I said, the 17th. We'll have the intermediate hike on the 19th, undecided location, but the 19th, which is a Friday. Culinary demo, Wednesday the 24th. Don't know what I'm making you yet because I'm so excited about pizza next month. So if you didn't already know, we are doing pizza in the month of August. It's going to be awesome. I am working on if I can fit a few more people and do the demo out on the patio. So I'm hoping I can open up to a few more people than the 12 because we're not going to be using my pizza oven inside this model. So it's less of a concern about high chairs pizza oven. We will burn the place down. We don't want to do that. Yes, Alberto, pizza. So Todd and Mike will be absent on Thursday the 25th. You can all join, but I'm pretty sure you've all bowed out and Mike's the only one. Maybe Jim, you'll do it, but we're gonna do Camp Muir on that day. Okay, so that'll be Thursday the 25th. I probably won't post it as an event since Mike is really the only one that's been doing the training show. Carol's been doing all the ones and she's like, yeah, but I'm not gonna hike that high. I don't want to. So that day we'll be out of office. We'll be looking down at Verterra from 10,100 feet, right?
That's a sleep in.
Yeah, no, we'll leave really early, Mike. Okay, if you think we've been going early, you're wrong. That'll be excellent. Jim's with us too. Great. She drags you to dancing. You're gonna drag her to Mirror? Oh. Is that your peace and solitude? The 28th, Sunday the 28th is actually Good Neighbor Day. Last year, do you remember what we did for Good Neighbor Day? So about a week before, I put out some stuff for you guys to fill out cards for your neighbors. And then I delivered those cards to the doorsteps of all your neighbors along with a cute little chocolate bar. So we'll do something like that again. The cards are unlimited. You can do as many cards for as many neighbors as you want. Because I just go through them and stack them all. And then I deliver, a stack from all of the neighbors to the neighbors and whatnot of that. So it's really good. It would normally be a long, daunting task, but Dee offered to help out this year. So that's great. We'll get that done lickety split. Did you have an August question? Okay, no. Right.
I don't care. Volunteer help too, Todd.
Thank you, Catherine. You're gonna be in Portland or something, aren't you? And then we'll wrap the month up with a happier hour on the 30th. There is a couple things I'm working on that I don't have dates and aren't on, so we're not. One of the ones is another phenomenal Suzanne idea, and it's a food tour of an ethnic district up in downtown Seattle. So I'm just waiting to, it's something we will do. We'll probably take the train up again to do it. And it's a walking tour. It hits like 6 or 7 restaurants and you get to do tastings there. So I'm working it so we'll be able to do the train again to go do that, do the walk. and then take the train back home. But I don't know her max and minimum group size yet. I have everything else slated out.
What is it?
Ethnic. Yeah. So it's specifically, I have her stuff right here. I can actually give you an idea of, nope, something went wrong. We don't want to load your document. Of course you don't. That's great. So many windows open. Maybe I can't. Yeah, I'm not going to make you wait that long. So. Oh, here we go again. So. Mediterranean, there's a brewery, Matir, Ethiopian, PJ's Classic Creamery. There's a bunch of stuff on. There's a couple different options. So we'll pick one and I'll get that loaded once I have an idea of the size of our group we can take and everything we can do.
The most likely date on that?
The most likely date on that is no, I'm looking where I said I don't have a date on that again. I think I wrote it down there. So I don't have a date on that. It'll be midweek in September on that. I'm trying to avoid as many Seattle, like 3 days in a row where we're jumping back and forth on train and spread those out a little bit on that. Cool. Any questions? Oh, did I not say coffee talk?
No.
That's the 26th. Friday the 26th. It's there. Sorry, I got hyped on Muir and ignored coffee talk. I did say happy hour. That's Tuesday the 30th. I did. And it will post today. Happy hour is on Monday and it's down the hill at Purdy's. I apologize for the delay. I was actually working with another location who just stopped communicating. So I just reached out to Purdy's and they're happy to host the 30 of us for happy hour on Monday. Look for that to post today so you can sign up for happy hour. Anybody online have questions? Steve, there's still donuts.
Maybe.
Steve, there's no more donuts.
Big now, Steve.
They got claimed. Okay, since we have a couple minutes, I thought I'd pull up last night's dance video. I would never do that. I am still bitter about the last Seattle-Boston series, and I now finally have something to retaliate with. So that's not true. I just want to, gentlemen that went dancing last night, first and foremost, great job. Those that went, the husbands and non-husbands that went and danced last night, because you did awesome. And everybody was, again, laughing and smiling, and that's great. It is really great. I think I was relating to Kurt. Dancing to me, for some of you, is like singing. Dancing makes me feel good. And yes, I can dance, but I sing all the time too. And I can't sing at all. Like small children have bled from their ears when they've been in my presence, right? But I don't stop because it still makes me feel really good to sing along with my favorite song or stuff like that. You know, and I bet you if I practiced singing, I probably could at least hold a mediocre tone. But the same thing with dancing, and it's just about getting out there and sometimes making yourself feel uncomfortable and sometimes laughing and just having a really good time. So I'm really happy Steve was there tearing it up. He was right next to me tearing it up. His body roll was on point. His body roll is on point. So really good job. And that goes to all of you too, that sometimes step out of your comfort zone because there's some experiences we're putting on the calendar and allowing you to go doing stuff. And some of you go, yep, I did it. Nope, not doing that again. And some of you go, that was surprisingly great. Like Kurt, he's like, I will never miss a dance class again. And I'm going to hold him to that. And we'll have a great time. So good job, Verterra. Really good job. Any non-calendar questions? Anything I can answer? Oh, I got some answers for you yesterday. I actually talked to one of the Brookfield people, and the corner, the four-way stop route here on Cascadia, that is verified retail space. They do not have anybody committed to the space yet. They are hoping to try to get a coffee shop that will do a sit down. They've gotten offers to do a drive through and they don't want that. They want people to be able to sit and see the view and enjoy that area. But it was also slated to potentially be a daycare too for the families on this end. But I don't know if the new Kitty Academy squashed that idea or not. But anyways, it is verified retail space. She didn't have any answers for me on who gets to use what and what's inside the clubhouse that they're building over there. But I do know they don't get a pool.
They don't what?
They don't get a pool. So they're whatever they're going to build there is pool. So they changed the laws in Washington state on how pools can be heated. And the heating system that they were going to use is now not valid. And Brookfield said that we're not doing it. So they're not getting a pool now. I also heard they'll get less pickleball courts than you. So we're cooler. I heard 2 for Brookfield. We have 4. Yes.
Oh, yeah, well.
Any other random questions before we enjoy the rest of our Friday? Yes, George. Actually, I am. And again, it's like, you know, I wish everybody was attentive as you guys are, because dealing with business out there, some people want your business, some people want your business, but don't want to communicate. But I am currently working. I have a hotel secured. I'm just working on the music package. There in Ocean Shores in October is their Celtic Feist. It's a folk Irish heavy music festival that the Galway Bay hosts, which is this massive Irish restaurant and show, but they also use the convention center. So I've secured a hotel there and rooms at $65 a night. I am just trying to get pricing on the tickets for the group to do the festival itself. So their festival runs from Tuesday through Sunday, but I'm looking to keep us in during the week and go like Wednesday to Friday. You can look up the feist. It's in the back half of the month. I want to 19th or something around there's tickling my head. It's a great festival. So that gives us a chance to, so they tier their groups. So they only put music in Galway on the Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, they open the convention center and more groups and it gets bigger and then they bring in. So you're welcome to stay longer and do more. I'm just doing a shorter, less chaotic. If you want other things, like usually mid-October is when the fall leaves are insane. And if you've not taken the drive to Ocean Shores and gone through that, it's usually a rainbow of oranges and reds and yellows, that whole drive to get to the ocean. It's still Ocean Shores. They've done a really good job of trying to pick themselves back up, but I used to call them the Reno of Las Vegas. They're like, they've done a lot better. There's a lot of new shops and restaurants and things, and they actually built about a mile down is this massive new community, brand new homes and new people. There's actually a ton of people that live in Trilogy of Tahali that have bought second homes over on the ocean over there, stuff like that. So it's still really fun and really cool. Great breakfast spots there too.
I do have a question. Do you have any more thoughts about?
Oh, we did it and it's filled up already. No. So guys, please understand, nothing would be more amazing than organizing a trip for you to the United Kingdom or Ireland or something over there, places I'm very, very familiar with. I still have to jump through many, many hoops. So the idea is to be able to book you a more intimate, amazing experience than the travel companies do with what I have as insider knowledge. But there's still the liability and legalities that I must conform to Blue Star. So Blue Star has to let me know what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do. So I already flat out know we're gonna have to still hire a bus company to move us around wherever we go, you know, but then I need to know, do we have to have separate travel insurance, since I don't carry a tour travel insurance package where people have to, if they wanted to do it, purchase the trip and their own travel insurance, whatever it may be, we're working. Yeah.
We did have to purchase our own travel insurance, but as long as we didn't realize this, but moving forward, as long as you purchase your travel insurance within 15 days of purchase of paying for the trip, you can get it, and it's, easy peasy to get, so,
Awesome.
yeah.
Great news.
Mhm.
How come you have that? That's what we need to do. I saw another hand.
I was gonna report, October 13th through 19th is that.
Thank you. October 3rd.
But I'm sorry, you just said which date you're looking at of that?
Tuesday, Thursday.
The 13th is Tuesday, so is the Monday. So either driving in on Tuesday or Wednesday and staying until Friday. And if you are interested in going, truly interested in going, let me know. Would you prefer a 2-night or a 3-night? Obviously the rooms are inexpensive, but there's not a lot to do in Ocean Shores in October besides the festival. I mean, daytime walks, but it could be pouring down rain in Ocean Shores that time of year. It's not, it could be, I've been there when it's been gloriously sunny, and I've been there when there's thunderstorms and waves crashing. If you've never been to Ocean Shores, it's got one of the few beaches you can actually drive your car onto. It's a huge beach. It's a beautiful area, but they're not usually doing like horseback riding that time of year. You can rent scoots and take those on the beach. I've done that a few times. That's kind of fun. But I would be interested in catering that trip to the group's desire, majority rules. But yes, during the midweek and not on the weekend. And I'm mostly doing that because they can tend to get really greedy on their ticket pricing for Saturday and Sunday because they just do. Yeah. I've gone to this festival, I don't know, 10 times, and it's only gotten more expensive every year. Significant.
No?
They keep paying the artist for it.
Every year. How is that?
I don't know. What was that like?
I said they just keep paying the artist.
Yeah.
Well, we might do though. I don't know about this year, but I know for a fact some of my friends in Ireland who perform at this festival sometimes are coming back next year. And if that truly gets booked, I'll book them here.
Cool.
So I'll bring them to us because they'll usually get in early, and I'll get a show on site because we'll most likely be in our clubhouse by October of next year. Most likely, no promises. And we can have a show inside our clubhouse or something. So that'd be pretty cool. I've actually had them perform several times at Trilogy of Tahali when they've come for the festival. Cool. Any other questions online? Any answers? Anything to ponder? Anybody else have a birthday this week? Well, then, George, it's still your birthday week, buddy. Happy birthday. I can single you out. Happy birthday, George. George was really excited because he qualified for his Orca card. Now he can take dollar trips with us, and he's pumped. And rightfully so, he should be pumped. It's because it's an amazing deal. So
No, we're around. Another resident. It was Tuesday as well.
it was on Tuesday. Well, and Kim Alexis's was literally the 1 week before you, right? George was bragging that he's younger than Kim Alexis. You are all wonderful. And again, if you come up with great ideas, like several of you have, Barb here has given me ideas. She's the one that got us doing our video trivia because stuff she did.
Ping pong tables, that happened.
I just need to clean it. I've got the ping pong stuff right there. So, I said I'd bring that up. So we got approval to be able to use the ping pong table. My goal is to just go use the ping pong table like it's there. So there's not gonna be any set time. What I have is paddles and balls that came in bags and then a cover. I would just prefer to keep those on the table and then you cover the table when you're done. Then they stay all good in good shape. So then you could go in wherever you want. Please, please though. No drinking
Oh.
on the model patios. It's no.
No beer pong.
Trust me, as awesome as we've had it, if they find out, if somebody walks over and you're slinging a beer while you're playing ping pong, we won't just lose ping pong. We'll probably use culinary demos and stretch classes and game nights. I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking at you at that. I'm not worried about you doing that, George. But yeah, I mean, just please. It is truly against the law. And why they freak out isn't just the legal liability. It also could mean you don't get your liquor license for your clubhouse, which means you have a beautiful 360 bar that you can enter from the inside and outside and get a lemonade. For some of you, that might be all you want. For the rest of you, you're going to be pretty grouchy. So just remember that, do all that. So I just need to get that thing cleaned off. It just sits out there and it's dirty. And I need to center it more away from, it's got a big drop down step and I don't need one of you going for a ball and cracking your dome open. Here's another one real quick since it's coming up. If for whatever reason you are playing ping pong there and you do go down and you do generally like whack your arm, your head or anything, I actually need to know. And you actually need to fill out an incident report. It is fact. It'll be your life when you start breaking everything on your pickleball courts, because you will. I've said it before, the incident report binder at Trilogy of Dahali in 10 years is this thick. The incident report binder for any incident in Trilogy of Dahali not due to pickleball, it's about this thing. So if you name it, it's probably been broken on the pickleball courts at Trilogy of Dahali. It's gonna happen. Not gonna be mad. You're gonna be sad, but we still have to fill out an incident report. And I'm not pulling on anything because you think it's dislocated. I got called out for one on there and the lady's holding her wrist off like this. And she's like, it's okay to pull it. And I'm like, I'm not pulling. And she started calling me names for not doing it, you know? And they came and they air cast her, took her in and she had 7 fractures, had to have immediate surgery to repair all the wrists. So you can imagine why I don't want to pull. So that's good. Excellent. All right, guys. Happy Friday. Thank you for coming to Coffee Talk. Bye, guys.
Go Cards.